Yo, guess who's finally back? Alright, finally back at it again with some Higurashi no Naku Koro ni Watanagashi. Gotta always say the full title. Hold on, let me just stop the music real quick. Let me turn on the game sound. Where's the game? There we go. Alright. Finally back out here playing some playing some goddamn Higurashi. Oh, I'm not gonna wait too long. It's been a minute. Last thing I remember is the boy Keiichi went up to meet with Shion, and then like he got like into like a predicament with some hooligans around the little town outside of what's the town's name? Oh my god, what's the town's name? Hinamizawa, like slightly outside of Hinamizawa. And then like some Hinamizawa residents came in, and it's like the old lady squad just came in about to beat up these hooligans, and that's the last thing that happened. That's the last thing that I remember. Pretty cool. And yeah, this is where we left off. Should be pretty fun. I think Keiichi still believes that what's her name? That Mion is like still like, oh, they're different people. You know, like, oh, they're like, no, they're the same person. Sorry. Keiichi still believes like that Mion is kind of just playing him, just being like, yeah, you know, like it's two different people. I mean, the same person. She's just being weird because she doesn't want to admit to something or say something about it or whatever. You know, that's just sort of her thing right now. Well, that's what he thinks she's doing. And for the most part, the rest of the cast hasn't really played that much of a role. I think the only one was maybe Rika-chan, who kind of... Wasn't it Rika-chan who was like, oh yeah, Mion does have a sister. Like, I thought they confirmed it in one of the, like, the little notes. Like, the little tips at the end. I thought they confirmed that. I don't know, I'm still a little confused about that. Because I feel like I remember Rika and some of the other I think Reina didn't know. I think Rena didn't know, but everyone else knew that Mion has a sister. So I don't know what's up with that, because right now Keiichi still thinks she doesn't. So we'll see. We'll figure it out. Let's see what's going on next. All right, so let's just continue. Welcome back, anyone who's checking this out, and let's check this out. I knew there wouldn't be any club activities after school today before Mion even said anything. Oh yeah, and they made Keiichi cross-dress. I do remember that. And what's her face? Mion was really into it. I'd been invited over by Shion for an all-you-can-eat dessert. I made a point of leaving half my lunch uneaten. My expectations would only be rivaled by my hunger. Happy? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Keiichi, you seem to be happy today. What the fuck? Freaking Oshino Meime over here. Like, something good happening? I guess it was obvious. Rena had questioned me with a happy look. That's right, why don't I invite Rena for dessert as well? No, if I recall correctly, Shion said something about having a ticket? At worst, the restaurant might be admission by ticket only today. If that's the case, then having Rena be turned away at the door would result in the worst feeling ever. Yeah. I got a little lucky. Ooh, you'll be jealous, girl. What is it? Yeah, you jealous, girl. Is it cute? Well, I guess desserts. Some girls think desserts are cute, I guess. I heard, you know, girls say that before. Cute! I wonder what Rena would think if think of the uniforms at the Angel Mort. Yeah, like the Skippy uniforms. They definitely be a critical hint. Probably. Wow, I'm jelly. Oh yeah, and the other like really cute moment with Mion that I remember was the was Shion basically came over to Keiichi's house to give her like food that she said Mion cooked. No, that she said. Yeah, it was along the lines of like, oh, Mion cooked it or Shion cooked it or something like that, or something like that. But basically, it was hinting that Mion was the one who cooked it, and she was very bashful at the fact that Keiichi really liked it. That I do remember. That was a really cute scene. What kind of fortune would you be blessed with?
ひょっとして2月くらい前にエンジェルモートで三角くじとか引いた？それに当たった？
おいおい、俺は2月前にはまだ転校してきてないぞ。
ああ、そっか。じゃあエンジェルのデザートフェスタでもないし。みーちゃん、エンジェルのデザートフェスタって何かな？ほら、沖宮の駅前の正面にエンジェルモートっていうファミレス、あそこではね、季節の変わり目に新デザートのお披露目イベントをやるんだよ。それが今日でね。あ、行っても無駄だよ。くじ当選者以外は入店できない貸し切りデーだから。
Mion explained once again that Shion explained to me last night.
レナも今度からお店に通ってみよう。頑張ってくじを当てて次のデザート食べ放題を狙うの。
All you can eat event.
頑張れ。
Knock it out yourself.
ちなみに聞いた話だと、当選くじはマニア垂涎のプラチナチケットで、闇では高値で取引されてるの。
Holy shit. How good is this dessert, man? I'll be honest, I'm not a dessert person, so I wouldn't really be that excited. Like, if they had cheesecake, I think I'd be okay with it, but any other type of dessert, like cupcakes, like just regular cakes, maybe like a tres leche cake, maybe I can enjoy a slice of that, but it's not like an extensive amount. I'll have like one slice and then I'm good. Like, I'm not gonna go to a festival for this type of stuff. Hearing that story, I felt more appreciative of the ticket that Shion had procured for me. I just thought I was lucky to be able to eat desserts for free, but it turns out that the ticket was much more valuable. The number of things I had to thank Shion for had increased again.
ありがとな。そんなに価値があるものなんて。
Holy crap. Yeah, true. Yeah, I guess people really like dessert. Well, I will say this, I think Japanese desserts are less sweet than like an American dessert or something like that, so maybe people are just able to eat more of it consistently. Because I don't think I can go to like a dessert festival and eat a bunch of desserts. I whispered in my voice only Mion could hear. That was how I could convey my feelings. Mion looked at me for a moment before she tilted her head to the side and smiled confusedly. Nani?
Nani? なんか言った?
It would be a problem if you said something to me right now. That smile seemed to be telling me as much. I guess Mion would be accepting my gratitude while she was... Well, I guess Mion wouldn't be accepting my gratitude while she was Mion. I'll go to the restaurant. Today I'll thank Mion while she's Shion.
じゃ、おじさんはこの辺で失礼するわ。
I'll be honest, you are an old man, girl. You're a perv, man. You're a dirty old man. The work today is gonna be a little rough. Later. Mion waved her hand energetically as she left. Oh, it's getting kind of hot. Let me turn off the heater. Hey Keiichi, Michan has been kind of weird lately. Like she's elated or something. Nani? You think so? Rena was pretty sharp when it comes to these types of things. To me, Mion seemed to be the same as always, but Rena apparently felt something different. Did I know? Rena's skirt furled as she spun around with a coy smile. No, what? I was obviously weaseling my way out of the question, but I wasn't lying. Honestly, I don't really know what's going on. What was going on? Why did Shion, a persona of Mion that she created, appear before me? Something was blatantly up, but Rena paid it no heed. How? Saying that, she spread her arms wide and spun around happily. I don't know why, but Rena was in a really good mood. It was so infectious that I had to smile too. Even the chirping of the cicadas seemed joyful.
でもね、
Alright, hold on. Let me just check the audio quality real quick because I actually forgot to check if the volume is pretty good right now. Okay, everything seems good. Everything seems good so far. But you see, Rena abruptly stopped spinning. Her expression had returned to a more somber
みーちゃ
one.
んね、つい最近ね、
The
すご
fuck?
く傷つけられたの。
She's been in a lot of pain.
傷つけって、
Yeah, what do you mean? The pain that Rena was talking about probably wasn't
初
physical.
めはあまり気にしてないふりをしてたけど、怪我と同じ。だんだん腫れてきた。
It began to fester.
じん
Ugh.
じん腫れてきた。
Fester and
とうとう
grow.
痛みがこらえられなくなって、
Eventually, she was no longer able to bear the pain and woke up in the middle of the night.
そしてレナに電話してきたの。
She phoned Rena, so she called
み
Rena?
ーちゃんは泣いてた。
Whoa, Michan was crying.
ごめん。そ
Uh,
れ、何の話だよ。
what are you talking about? Yeah, what are you talking about?
何の話？
Oof.
レナは今何か話をしてたのかな？
おい、そんなとぼけ方する
Man,
なよ
don't。play dumb like that.
今、レナは、
知らない。レナは何も知らないよ。はうー。
Okay, girl. Rena spun as she laughed innocently. Eventually, she appeared to get sick, stumbled as she steadied herself with her hand against the wall. What, this wall? The wall on the left. How?
目が回って。
The room is
バカ
spinning.
だな。
That was
調子に乗
dumb.
ってぐるぐる回ってるからだよ。
ごめん。はあ、気持ち悪いかも。
I'll lend the Ditz a shoulder to lean on. To be stumbling around like a newborn flown at this age is actually quite a feat. Rena, in a good mood, only babbled incoherently after that. I laughed as I responded to the chided her? I don't know. Chided her? However, the chance to revisit the heavy topic Rena brought up before never arrived. She was crying. Huh, interesting. So, Mion at some point called her and was crying about something. Was she feeling like some sort of like distance between Keiichi because of Shion's like just persistent involvement with him? As soon as I got home, I tossed aside my school bag and changed in a hurry. The effects of only having a light lunch were starting to show. Stomach began to let out fickle growls. Alright, let's go to Angel Mort. It's time to face the land of endless desserts. Preparation for battle are complete. Tally ho! Woo! Tally ho! Angel Mort had a decadently different feeling to it compared to yesterday. Dessert fiesta today. Admittance by reservations only. Nonetheless, the front of the store was being swarmed by over a dozen young men. Judging by how they were looking upwards in jealousy instead of entering the store, they weren't invited. Why would they gather here if they knew they could get in? I found the answer when I passed through the crowd and began to climb the steps to enter the restaurant. Do you have a ticket? Yeah, I got a ticket.
ラッキーだったんだ。
As soon as I said that, I was immediately mobbed. Fuck you, bitch! Hate you! It was like being in the middle of a football scrum on a crowded train. What is going on? The reason was this. it wasn't just one ticket per person. One ticket could let up to 4 people inside. Oh shit. So it's like that, huh? Seems like I should have invited Rena and the others. Thanks for the tip, but I'll pretend I didn't hear that. With the uplifting smile, I turned and ignored them. When I did, their arms all reached out at once like a soul of damned seeking succor. What the fuck, bro? What selfish people. This was the only reason they were crowded in front of the restaurant. Oh, okay, they were just waiting for someone who had it like an extra, like +1. Dozen of wretched arms reached out for me like the teeth on a giant rake and grasped at the air. I was already climbing the stairs to the entrance. Heartless dick. Fuck you, bitch. Damn, grab it? This isn't something to joke about. I flew up the rest of the stairs and threw myself inside the restaurant. It was like I was entering a different world. The miserable throng of damned hurled curses at me from the outside of the glass door. But inside of this completely soundproofed and air-conditioned restaurant, with an angelic smile of waitresses to welcome me, they were nothing more than a refreshing piece of scenery. I knew that I shouldn't laugh, but I began to let out a sinister cackle.
エンジェルモートへ本日はデザートフェスタにつきチケットのお客様のみのチケットとご訪問を
チケットはないけど名簿に名前があると思います。前原です。
前原あった。失礼ですがフルネームでお伺いしてよろしいですか？
圭一です。前原圭一。
大変失礼いたしました。特別招待の前原、お席へご案内いたします。どうぞこちらへ。
Damn, bro, the VIP entrance? I wonder who this guy is on the left. The mood inside the room is incredibly heated. The booth was packed to the brim. Men in their primes were stuffing their faces with dainty desserts that don't suit them at all. It was rather unnerving spectacle. It was a rather unnerving spectacle. Soon after I was shown to my seat, Shion arrived. Hello.
よーしよ。今日は本当にありがとうな。世話になりに来たぜ。
ちょっと遅かったから心配しました。でも来てくれて嬉しいです。
It may have been because other customers were around that her tone was less casual. Less casual. She was more businesslike, I guess. But she still caped off that welcome with her usual brilliant smile.
見ての通り、今日はお客さんがすっごいんで、定時に抜けさせてもらえるかちょっと自信がないです。
Damn! Why is this one the most sexual? It's the most revealing one. Damn! Ryukishi really draws some like circular boobs, man. That's really funny. As you can see, there's a lot of customers here today. I'm not sure I'll be able to take a break.
私の仕事が終わるまでのんびりしててくださいね。
Yeah, sounds good.
終わったら一緒に遊びに行きましょうね。
Ooh, damn! Alright. Whispering just that last part into my ear, Shion winked and returned to the kitchen. Maybe it was because the mood in the restaurant was so heated, but Shion seemed a bit bolder. Even a small change in her mannerisms was enough to set my heart aflutter. So this is something that I'm actually kind of interested in. Keiichi, for the most part, hasn't really shown any interest in Mion for like the most part, as like a romantic interest. He's kind of shown that with Rena. He's called Rena cute. He's shown blushing. His mom teases him about being with Rena. But Mion, not so much. I feel like they're just very like good friends, like, you know, very close, like almost like childhood friends, which I guess in anime standards doesn't really mean anything. But is this sort of like, I don't know if it's like lustful or just like attraction to Shion? Is he feeling that towards Mion, or is he just really separating the two so much in his head that he feels attracted to who he thinks Mion is, and like just hiding away or something, like, because that is interesting. Because if he's attracted to both, that's one thing, or if he's just attracted to this side. Small children was enough success. Heart of flutter, yeah. Whoa, that's not desserts, boy. That is like, I don't know what that is. That's definitely some savory stuff. While I was overwhelmed by the atmosphere inside the restaurants, orders from the new summer menu were carried out one after another. Every single one was extravagantly huge. I get it, you can eat all these amazing things for free, no wonder a ticket was worth its weight in gold. That is true, that would be a good deal. On top of that, all of this was plenty delicious. From dishes with a general appeal to insane ones aimed at specific audiences, there was absolutely no gaps in their repertoire.
どう考えても一人で食う量じゃないかもしれない。まあそれは置いておいて。
I don't feel relaxing in here at all. Probably because the fervor inside the restaurant was clearly abnormal. All of the other booth seats were crammed with groups of 4. Sleazy men were gorging like pigs on cutely decorated desserts, and it wouldn't have been surprising if they started licking the plates. It was more than a little unsettling. It piqued my interest, so I started listening to their other conversations, and what things I heard. Angel Mort so moe. Redacted auction. What the fuck? Oh my goodness. What the fuck? These guys are pervy as shit. Holy shit, guys. Angel Mort figures. I think they actually did sell some like figures of the Higurashi girls in like these uniforms. I think that is a thing. Oh my god, these guys are otakus.
普通のファミレス制服のフィギュアなら10種類程度でごわすのに、今度のはシークレットポーズ差分込みでざっと100種類。ダブった時は誰かファンとしては即日コンプはキム。いや、君と僕のディスティニーでおじゃるよ。
I kind of get it. There's things I collect that I'm like, I would like the whole set, but at the end of the day, I don't want to spend that much money. I usually just get the one I like. The best thing I can think of is I actually do own like a bunny figure of like, like the freeing bunny figures. I actually do own one of like Kyoko, Kirigiri from like Danganronpa. And the other Danganronpa ones are really nice, but I'm just like, I only really like Kyoko. I think I'm just gonna get her. Like the whole collection is nice, but it's just so much money. I just wouldn't do that. Like, but people like, I definitely know people like this who just like I buy one of the collection, I have to get everything pretty much. The words spilling out of their mouths were pretty much all incomprehensible jargon. That's funny. Also, I think I mentioned this in a previous part. The uniforms in this, I know they're supposed to be like super sexy, and you're supposed to go like, oh my god, they're so hot, like so revealing. And it's like, I don't know, man. They don't really do much for me. And I'll be honest, I said I bought the like Kyoko bunny girl figure. Like, sure, it's sexy and all, but I just like the figure. I just really like the quality of it. Like, I know that's probably like the biggest, like, you're full of shit. You probably just got it because you're horny. I mean, to an extent, yeah, sure. But it's like, I do just like the quality, and I only bought one. I don't, like I said, I don't think I'm ever gonna, like, I see people with like these huge ass bunny girl collections, and I'm just like, I don't think one, I don't have enough space for all that shit, and two, I don't have enough money to just keep spending for it. So it's just like, I like that one, I'm gonna get that one, and I'm good. Although I might consider getting the Celeste one if it goes on sale, because that one is really nice too. But they seem keenly conveyed that hidden behind them was an invisible aura of abnormality.
お待たせしました。次のデザートは南国風シナモンどうかなさいましたか？
あ、いえ、なんかこう今日の店内は雰囲気が違うなと。
う ちのお店、その道の方々にはかなり有名らしいんです。まあそういう狙いのお店ですからいいんですけどね。でもイベントの日のお客様はちょっと濃いめの方が多いんで困っちゃいます。
The waitress informed me quietly with a weary
なんか
smile.
お客の人たちも血走っててハイエナみたいですよね。
Almost like a pack of hyenas.
今日のお
Holy
客さんの
shit.
ほとんどはかなり遠方から無理してきてるみたいですからね。そういう方々ってハメを外しやすいんでちょっと怖いんです。ちゃんとガードを固めておかないと大変なんですから。
Yeah, what did she mean by keep your guard up? Well, I mean the guys, what's his face? The guys outside, they were like very like touchy. They were like, "Yo, grab him." I was like, "Bro, what the heck? Grab him? What the fuck? What does she mean by keep your guard up?" At that moment, a large crash resounded through the room. What the fuck? I turned around, startled, to see that a waitress had fallen down and spilled the order she was carrying right onto a customer. Holy shit! Wait, isn't that Shion?
すみませんでした。そのお召し物は
sorry, your food is yeah, see, like this, like the thigh high boots thing, it just looks kind of weird, and these like spiky things on the side. I don't know, this outfit just looks kind of weird. I don't think really particularly find it that sexy. Yeah, so what happened? What have you done to me? The fuck, bro? What is that voice? The hell is that? For someone who just met with a disaster, he seems awfully happy. The conversation suddenly veered off in an odd direction. Hey, what did he say? Wipey. Did he want Shion to wipe him down? Right over the oblivious aberrant tent he had pitched over his crotch. Oh my god. I was wondering if I was reading that right. Come on, bro.
でもその私
Bro, what the fuck? Dude, come on, have some dignity, man. Like, come on, this is not what you do. The wipey chant quickly spread throughout the room. Wait, everyone? Oh my god, you're all a bunch of weirdos. Totally concerned, Shion went pale. She looked over to the more experienced waitresses for help, but was only met with a head shaking out of pity.
園崎さん、足を引っ掛けられた。ああやってわざと衣服を汚させて、
Oh wow.
お客が最近多いんですよ。
足を引っ掛けてだって？じゃあ今のあれも事故じゃなくて。
メインの女の子は十分気をつけてますから絶対ああはならないんですけど、園崎さんは短期バイトだからまだガードが甘くて、
Wow. Oh my
今日のお
god.
客様たちにも早々に見破られちゃったみたいで、朝からあんな感じで絡まれてるんです。
店長とかは何やってんだよ。あんな不良な客は追い出せよ。
We're in the service industry, so there's not much we can do about it. She laughed as she said that in a resigned tone. Damn. Shion trembled uncontrollably with a dishcloth in her hand as she turned bright red. The man who had been doused in frosting splayed out on the bench, putting the cream-covered tent over his crotch on full display. Holy they are actually shameless. These guys are actually shameless. Holy shit. How do you not like feel some sort of like deep embarrassment out of doing this? Like that's sort of like what I don't understand. Like this is insane. Still mentally unprepared, she trembled, hands inching forward, goaded on by onlookers. So literally just a bunch of weird guys just going like, yeah, do it, fucking do it. Come on. Time for the wipey. Damn, boy. The fact that there's a term for it. From my male point of view, it might have been a ridiculous spectacle I could just smile wearily at, but from a woman's point of view, this is obviously pure humiliation. I don't know. I think from a guy's point of view, this is pure humiliation too. Like, if I was friends with someone who did this, I would feel embarrassed, like, being with them like that. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like, this is fucking weird. When I was trapped by those thugs and had been paralyzed with fear, Shion fearlessly stood up to them and saved me. Still, as humiliating as it was, Shion was also partly to blame for this, and it wasn't as though her life was at stake, right? Even these guys, they were just going to jeer at her in a bit of a lewd situation. It's not like they're going to eat Shion alive or anything. I'd be alright if I just consoled her afterwards.
私だって怖かったですよ。でも、他ならぬケイちゃんのピンチだし、勇気出して頑張りましたってことです。
Yeah, I think there comes a point where you have to actually do something. When I, a man, was being assailed by 3 thugs with paralyzed with fear, Shion saved me without a second thought. And what about now? These sleazy, filthy degenerates were trying to pin the blame on Shion. This time, our roles were reversed. Hey Keiichi Maibara, if you don't save her now, then you will be able. If you don't save her now, when will you be able to repay the debt you owe her? You scared Keiichi Maibara? At that time, Mion, didn't even show a hint of hesitation. Then what about now? I'm not hesitating. Then what? If you're not hesitating, then why aren't you helping her? Fuck! Oh my god, these guys. Resign yourself to your fate. Oh my god. Wait, was that Keiichi? I grabbed Shion's shoulder firmly and pulled her behind me. Yonder waitress is gonna be... What the fuck is this sentence? Yonder waitress was the one who wet mine pants. Shut up! Oh my god, you're a loser, bro. Like, filthy women. It's fucking insults, bro. This is actually like some incel energy. The one who needs punishment is you! Oh my god, bro. Keiichi, you better beat these guys up. Talk with your fist, damn. Smash. My body was lifted into the air like nothing. I was thrown right back onto my own seat. This guy is strong. That's funny. That's actually really funny. I'ma get you, and this guy's a fucking bodybuilder. No matter how you look at it, athletic at this lardo and this lardo aren't even in the same code. Oh yeah, that's what it is. You're not just like kind of large and have like built-in muscle because of that. The man smirked, showing off his glimmin. Damn it, how lame must I look now? One more time. Fuck. Fuck. I raised my will to fight. Not just running, I planted every one of my steps firmly as I closed the distance to the lard ball. Each time I ripped my foot off the floor, I could feel my burning spirit flare up from the point of impact. Everything slowed down like I was walking underwater. As I stepped forward in that vicious flow of time, I calmly ensured the gap between us. With our difference in height, each was an ultimate advantage. reach was my ultimate advantage. There was an ever so tiny distance between us where only my punch would be able to reach. I unleashed my iron fist of righteous anger, but it flew towards his face slowly, like I was punching underwater. Reaching to that with a smirk on his face, the fatso easily slipped inside of my punch. I hadn't realized it until now, but in that mere time, I was able to observe his baffling counterattack with almost painful clarity. His arm slowly swung around in a large windmill motion, wrapping around my whiffed punch, and descended in an arc. The arm swung around like arms of a clock, and came into contact with my head, twisting my upper body around. Dragging my head along, he followed through with another rotation. This time, he rotated his entire body like a top, followed by another rotation. Combining defense and offense, it was a brilliant counter. That's right, 3 times. I was thrown off rotation, I think. In this vicious region of time, I was unable to struggle. All I could only wait, dumbstruck until the moment I was thrown. At that moment, that sluggish temporal anomaly abruptly ended. Boom! Crash! I was loath to admit, but against someone trained in martial arts, couldn't win through force of will alone. It's fucking funny. After my consciousness faded in a wave of dizziness, when I came to, I was lying down on my own seat. The more experienced waitress from before wiped down from my brow with a towel. While she was doing that, a red-faced and teary-eyed Shion trudged over.
大丈夫ですか? 私なんかのために。
俺こそ役に立たなくてすまん。
I couldn't help you. I'm sorry.
喧嘩って勝ったことないし。
I never won a fight before.
私のために助けに来てくれただけで本当ですよ。それだけでも今日はケイちゃんに来てもらえてよかったかなって。
As she said that, she stuck her tongue out teasingly. She wiped off the whipped cream with the washcloth she was holding in her hands.
園崎さん、R 入ってもいいです。あと 1,2 時間でしょ。いいんです。バイトとはいえ、お給料もらってる時間内はちゃんと働きたいんです。だから本当お気遣いなく。
Really? I would have taken it. I was like, yeah, fuck you. I'm taking the break. She couldn't even put up a brave front. I would never even think for a second that Mion would be that weak. This is what Shion, and she had been harassed by some unreasonable riffraff. That was reality.
ケイちゃんは気にしないでデザートいっぱい食べててくださいね。一通り食べ終わったらアンケートを書いてもらい、じゃあ私ホールに戻りますね。
After some counseling words and sympathetic smile to Shion, the other waitresses started to head back to work. That's where I stopped her.
すみません、ウェイトレスさん。電話借りたいんですけど。
電話ですか？レジ横にございます。ご案内いたします。
I put in a 10 yen coin in my wallet for my wallet. This was about saving face. My being a worthless coward was an unchangeable fact, but I could just cry myself to sleep about that later tonight. Now was not the time for tears. I had to
確
fight.
かチケット1枚で4人まで OK なんですよね。あと3人呼んでも。
ええ、そう、一応名簿に書きますので、お名前を伺ってもよろしいですか
I turned around and glared at the gleesy hooligans who subjected Shion to that humiliation. So, if he's gonna invite the crew, then he's just gonna invite Rena, Rika, and Satoko, and not Mion, because he thinks Shion and Mion are the same person. I wonder if that's actually gonna affect Mion, because she didn't get invited. Because again, I already know that they're like two different people. Like I knew that from before because I watched the show before. But again, I barely remember anything. And so I wonder if that's actually gonna like put some tension. There are three things that aren't working in your favor today, Punk. The first is that I owe Shion. The second is that I'm a man who's not afraid to throw away his pride to win. And third is that we're the most powerful club members in history.
名簿には竜宮レナ、それから北条聡子、古出理香で。
かしこまりました。受けたまわります。
I'll have the best and most powerful club members join the fray. They can bring down 1,000 foes. You fat asses, prepare to meet your maker. You fat asses. Oh hell.
しかもデザートまでおごってもらえるなんて僕は大感激なのです。
Yeah. I'm deeply moved.
好きなだけ食ってくれ。俺の分なんか気にするな。
ケイクさん、茶番は結構で要件に入ってほしいですわ。
Rena and Rika put down their forks, and then Satoko broached the subject. After looking at them a few moments, I passed my forehead firmly into the table.
俺の不甲斐なさを笑ってもいい。力を貸してくれ。
The three of them seemed surprised by the sudden turn of events, but nevertheless, listen to what I had to say without making fun of my unusual behavior.
どうしたのかな。何があったんだろう。
実はミオンの妹のシオンがこの店でバイト中なんだ。
Okay, I don't get it. When he's around them, he calls her like she's like, you know, another person. I feel like Keiichi at this point would be like, hey, you know, like, Mion is working here. She's doing this thing or whatever.
話に聞いてたみーちゃんの妹、ひょっとしてあれかな。似てるね。似てるも何も髪を下ろしただけの本人ではありませんの？
Huh. But I don't know what to say. Wait, so does Satoko not know that either? I just assumed that I don't remember, but I assumed that Satoko, like all three of these girls knew. But Rena really doesn't know, because yeah, I think they mentioned that Rena doesn't know because she's also kind of like someone who came in here later on. But I'm surprised Satoko doesn't know. Rika-chan definitely does know though. Okay, see, this is something interesting. Oh, fuck. How do I hide the text? I forgot. But this is why I don't like the new sprites. Look at this right here. Look at the PlayStation sprites. Look at Rika-chan's face. Now look at this Rika-chan. And look at this Rika-chan. It's very clear that at this moment, Rika-chan like might feel uncomfortable about something. Like might know something and just doesn't know how to say it. This was the only sprite, which is the Steam version, that doesn't have that expression. She just has a blank smile expression. The old one and the PS2 one has that.
ケイイチがシオンだと言うからシオンなのですよ。
If Keiichi says that's Shion, then that's Shion.
いくら双子だってあんなにうり二つになるもんなんですの？
See, this is fucking weird. This is fucking weird. I don't know. I'm getting weirded out because it's like, if Keiichi says that's Shion, so is that actually Mion the whole time? Now I'm getting got, bro. Like, because there's no way that line is inconsequential. There's no way there's no consequences of that line. Rika said that for a reason. If Keiichi says that's Shion, then that's Shion. What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening? Okay. I actually don't know. I'm actually getting kind of fucked up right now because I'm just like, are there moments when one is the other and the other is not, and I just was not picking up on it? God damn it! This is really fucking me up now. They might be twins, but they could look that much alike.
一卵性双生児って言ってね。本当にそっくりの双子ってことも
So
あるん
they're
だって。
identical. Monogenostic. I actually did not know there was a word for it. I know fraternal is like you don't look the same, but I didn't know there was actually a term for like twins that look alike. Monogenostic. Monogeotic. I don't know how to pronounce that. Rena gave the most plausible explanation, so everyone else was convinced.
納得してもらえたかな。
Do you believe me?
本題だ。
Ah, man, yo, this is fucking me up. How she, I recounted everything that just happened. How Shion was targeted, how she was antagonized by the customers, and the humiliation that she was forced upon her. Also, how incredibly pathetic I was. I included everything without trying to hide it.
それはひどいね。しーちゃんかわいそう。
Poor Shi-chan.
しかし、それを助けられないなんて。
Damn, bro, come on, that's not
みっともな
nice.
いにも程がありますわよ。
それについては返す言葉がない。
さとこちゃん。負けを認めて助けを求めるのって、とっても難しいことなの。
Yeah, no, that is a hard thing to do. A lot of guys cannot do that. There's a lot of guys who just refuse to do that. They will gladly just go down humiliated and just keep that to themselves.
ケイチ君は変なプライドなんかより、しーちゃんを助けることを選んだんだよ。情けないですこと。
Fuck you, you little brat. You're not a man, you don't understand. Rena's follow-up stung a bit, but I could be thankful that she understood. Satoko was calling me all sorts of names, but there were no malign intention behind her words.
で、僕たちは何をするですか？
What should we do? Her voice was monotone, but there was a hint of resolve in her words. I replied to Rika-chan, suggestive silence in kind with my own quiet resolve.
まあ、そんなところだと思ってましたわ。
I thought it would be something like that.
ケイチさん一人には少々荷が重すぎますもの。
It was a bit much for Keiichi to handle alone.
じゃあ助けてくれるのか。
当然だよ、ケイチ君。私たちは誰がいじめられても助けに行くよ。
Covered by my own thugs. I remember when I was concerned by my own thugs. What Shion had said about the strong feeling of solidarity in Hinamizawa really began to hit home. However, Keiichi Maibara, now is not the time to get choked up with tears of gratitude. Now is the time to fight.
オンに切る。
一人で頑張った
Hey
けど、
bro, we're helping a friend. You don't know us anything.
かわいそうかわいそうです。
Tried your best, but didn't stand a chance alone. How sad, how sad. Rika-chan gently patted my head for me, but there was no mindless pity in the palm of that hand. It was overflowing with a strong, dependable feeling of leave the rest to us. They're probably gonna plot something, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want them. They're probably gonna do some elaborate shit to like scare off those guys, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want them to just like go there and beat them up, like on some like Family Guy. Like there's that one episode where Stewie beat up Peter while he was on the toilet. I just kind of want that to happen, except it's Rika-chan and Rena and Satoko, and they just beat up these fucking weirdos. Hey, they said the guy was fat too, so it would fit well in a Peter Griffin ass look. Mion can't join us due to various circumstances, so I'll be taking command.
作戦内容はシオンの護衛と
Our strategy with resolve around Shion defense. of the enemy's combat capability. Oh wait, yeah, I forgot. I think it was stated that Mion was like busy at work and shit, so she was actually busy. She couldn't actually be here. So okay, that makes sense. That's why it wouldn't cause tension. Or that's why these guys didn't also like ask, hey, why didn't you invite Shion? Why the three of us? You know, which makes sense. She's actually said she was busy with work. Who's the enemy? There are a lot of them. Yeah, it's literally full of creeps.
シオンにちょっかいを出そうとする全個人、全勢力を敵と認める。交戦規定はなし。報酬は今食ったデザート。質問はあるか？
Everyone had already entered club mode, their eyes peering at the riffraff clamoring around inside the restaurant like predators stalking their prey from the darkness. Yo, we're all predators, bro. Rika-chan held up her hand. What is it, Rika-chan?
手加減は必要ですか？不要に決まってますわ。
Of course we don't have to.
ミオさんの妹に狼藉を働く輩に手加減なんか不要ですの。いいんですね、ケイチ。
Then it's okay, Keiichi? Rika-chan was serious. She was really she was really ready to pretty much murder anyone. I'm counting on you, Rika-chan.
全責任は俺、前原圭一が取る。蹴散らしてやれ。
よーし。
Yosh.
今も頑張るぞ。
すまん。よろしく頼む。
ケイチさん、そんなに力まなくても大丈夫ですのよ。まあ、ご覧あそばせ。
I want them to actually just murder someone. It just goes dark all of a sudden.
ケイチさんがそのパフェを食べ終わる頃にはお掃除は終わってましたよ。ではみんな頑張りましょうです。ファイトおーです。
Fight though. Thus the most powerful warband the world has ever known, trained by Mion, began to move. I was the oldest, the only boy, and behaved like a leader. But when you consider our club activities, I was by far the most junior member. Individually, everyone besides me had terrifying combat capabilities. All of them combined their strengths to protect Shion. I couldn't even imagine. I was probably about to witness something terrible and awe-inspiring.
園崎さん、7番テーブルにデラックスパフェを5つお願いします。あ、はい。
Sure thing. Shion carried the order to the table. For Shion to carry all 5 parfaits without wobbling took as much effort that she didn't have to breathing room to pay attention to her feet.
どうしよう。また今度はミーのおズボンにぶっかけさせて。
How do you perfectly... The thing is, if this is a strategy and you you initiate the wipey technique, how do you know she's gonna trip and fall directly on your pants? And brother, you're gonna have to walk out of here with that fucking wet ass pants, bro. Like, come on, man. There's gotta be a limit to your perviness. Yeah, so I'm just checking the stream real quick. Okay, everything's good. It was the same wipey scheme that had occurred just a short time earlier. This time, another one of them was trying it out for himself. The very depravity of these men was itself a full-out attack. Oh yeah, no, this is depraved as fuck, bro. This is some depraved ass shit. It's not really much, for the most part, to not touching her, but goddamn, this shit is depraved. Keiichi, Rena, this is Keiichi. Ambush them around table 5 and 6. Do you copy? She on her bottom swaying while carrying the parfait had begun, chased by an equally swaying Rena. She was supposed to be escorting Shion, but Rena was intently transfixed by the back of her uniform. From a normal person's point of view, it was probably like having a fox guarded a hen house, but when it came to Rena, things was different.
怪異状態。シンクロ率 120%。
Synchronization. 100.
だな。
Week 1.
あの状態のレナさんには地球上のどんな物理法則も通用しませんわ。
The laws of physics do not apply to Rena. Shion's legs, unsteadily and defenseless, were being targeted by those sleazebags. Shion's defenseless. Now my comrades. What the fuck? Oh my god, what is this? America right now? What the fuck? Calling them Mind Fear? A leg snaked out to trip Shion's defenseless feet. Well, I guess they are the bad guys, so it makes sense that they would be saying Nazi ass shit. Egad. 3 of them at once? It happened in an instant. The 3 fools writhed in pain as their legs bent at an unnatural angle. That's madness. Rena teetered into view and gave them a warning. So she literally just stepped on their legs. That's pretty funny. The human scum clutched at their bruised ankles as they passed out. Ooh, stepped on their ankles. That's our Rena.
ああ、絶対的なガードだ。半径2メートル以内で行われるシオンへのあらゆる攻撃をレナは完全なカウンターで粉砕する。
As Shion was making her rounds through the restaurant, there were people here and there collapsing with waltz on their legs and hands.
レナよりケイイチ君、もうしーちゃんにちょっかい出す人はいない。だからもうお持ち。
ケイイチよりレナへ。ご苦労だった。引き続き護衛を続け、それからお持ち帰りは不可。繰り返す。お持ち帰りは不可。
じゃあ見てるだけだよ。見てるだけ。
I guess just looking is fine. I wouldn't prevent her from guarding Shion, so I guess it's okay. Anyway, thanks to this, I knew who had tried to mess with Shion. Anyone who was clutching at their arms and legs while they were writhing in agony was basically branded as branded by their bruises.
現時刻をもって敵勢力識別を完了。
Currently, we have finished identifying all enemy forces.
ケイイチよりサトコへ。そっちはどうなってる？
サトコですわよ。どうなってるとはひどい言い方ってイチさん。私を誰だと思っておいでですの？
Just who the hell do you think I am? Satoko was in the kitchen. She had spread open a sketch of the restaurant on the counter, replete with order chits and their destinations. It was now sorting through the freshly made desserts.
ちょっとさっきまあ園崎さんいいからいいからそれよりもこのオーダー全部一度に行くからお願いね。
The veteran waitress was briskly directed her junior as the trays went out one after another. Other desserts had passed through Satoko's hands and were delivered at once, though she fucked with the desserts. Yeah, see? Told you girls think desserts are cute.
分かってるだろうが手をつけるなよ。
Yeah, don't touch them. Satoko got her greasy, dirty hands on
自分
them.
の身が大事なら。
分かってるけど。
Certainly, there were all incredibly cute-looking desserts. They were all works of art that you could enjoy before even taking your first bite. However, since Satoko had meddled with them, they were nothing more than unpredictable danger. Blissfully ignorant of the fact were the men now stuffing their faces. This is... Almost right away, they realized that something was wrong.
サトコ、 何を混ぜた？塩やタバスコってわけじゃないだろう。
Tabasco, right? Holy shit.
あら、ケイチさんが言ったんですのよ。手加減無用。私、こう見えても叩くときは徹底的に叩く性分でございますの。
He's very thorough. As she said that, she twirled a dubious file in her finger before putting it away smartly into her pocket.
さとこより
Pocket.
お客様が行きますわ。エスコートお願いします。僕にお任せなのです。
Come to think of it, I didn't see Rika-chan anywhere. Where could she have been lurking? Clutter, clutter. Several men stood up suddenly from their seats, surveying the restaurant for something. The restless fidgeting, and the look of relief when they found the single placard hanging from the ceiling. Written on that placard was the words restroom. They began a mad rush in that direction. It was just one or two people. All of the people, it wasn't just one or two people. All the people that were branded as enemies were standing up from their seats while clutching their stomach. Oh, was it some sort of laxative? Did she put some sort of laxative in their food? Now they got a shit. I need to cash out. That's funny. Where's the toilet? I felt dirty just thinking about what Satoko probably did to their desserts. Yeah, it was probably something really dirty. The problem was how to follow this up. I was intrigued, so I followed the rush of men to the washroom. The narrow hallway connected to the restroom was crammed with about 10 men. As I peered over to see what happened, whoa! It seemed that the toilet was clogged and backflowing, unleashing a loud gurgling sound and a terrible stench. There was no way to use it at this state. Damn, that's pretty smart, but Rika-chan just actually fucked up this restaurant's washroom. That's pretty funny. Damn that Satoko. What a frightening display of power. Oh, was it Tatako? No, yeah, I was saying, it wasn't Satoko Seward. This is divine punishment. They were just unlucky. Oh, okay. I just apologetically asked one of the employees here to clean it up. It was a brilliant combination of traps, but it wouldn't be better if there were one more push to the kicker. Seeing as it was Satoko, she wouldn't have overlooked that. Faced with the moral dilemma, the men only had one other option: the women's restroom. The men, sweat now pouring from their brow, made a mad rush to the girls' room without any hesitation.
Me?
Okay, and she's in there, and then they're gonna go like, oh shit. The girl in there was Rika-chan. The men stood there, froze in various complicated poses, indicating their surprise. Rika-chan also seemed dumbfounded by the sudden turn of events, but the look on their faces was strangely perfect. This was all part of the plan as well. You sly dog, Rika-chan. I would never underestimate you. Yes, you see, Mademoiselle. Meep.
Me.
What the fuck? Just by having the girl stand there. Oh god, I gotta sneeze. Alright. Oh god, that was a huge sneeze. Just by having a girl stand there in the restroom, I never knew it could put up such an overwhelming barrier. There was no way anyone could be brave enough to lift Rika-chan out of the way to try to do their business. Oh. This was the most they could do after all. If they were a man in full club mode, for example, someone like me, they would plow through Rika-chan without a second thought. Now what are you gonna do? You fat asses. Oh my god. You fat asses. The price of tormenting Shion still hasn't been paid. Oh my god. Rika-chan with a pleasant smile on her face guided them with a casual stride in her step. In the race against time, her slow pace was slightly was a sadistic tactic. Mademoiselle, is the toilet far from here? I spread my arms out and blocked them as they tried to leave the restaurant. What is the meaning of this preposterous statement? Oh shit! Everyone panicked as Rika-chan began to turn back. They could only figuratively and literally fall in line. All the waitresses also lined up to see them off. What the fuck? Clang clang. The bell rang playfully as the door shut behind them. How pathetic. Too easy. Ren and Sakato-chan clapped their hands together.
俺一人じゃ歯が立たねえ連中もメンバー総登場ならまさに一網打尽だな。
この程度の相手なら私たちなら一人でもお相手できましたよ。圭一さんも少しは腕をお磨き遊ばせ。
I love to admit it, but Satoko-chan was right. Damn it, one day I'll be strong enough to be worthy to stand alongside them.
みーちゃんの妹さんを守れて本当に良かったね。もうこれでいたずらする悪い人たちは一人も素敵な友人に恵まれたわね、園崎さん。
The veteran waitress was also smiling. After that herd was sent packing, it had calmed down completely inside the restaurant. Shion was flustered as she glanced between us and the now empty seats.
私のためにその
Shion's expression was somewhere between happy and guilt-ridden. Her face had turned slightly red as she ran into the kitchen.
しーちゃんもかわいい。
かわいい。
双子なんだね。はう。
They really are twins, huh? Given Shion's personality, there was no way she could thank us directly. We might have been a bit excessive in our means, but I'm really glad we were able to save her.
分かってると思いますけど、園崎さん、私もホールを代表して感謝いたします。
Clap, 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 clap. The applaud quickly spread throughout the entire restaurant. Not only the other waitresses, but also the customers that were genuinely there to enjoy the desserts. Everyone was lauding our efforts. Woo! We did it! Yattaze! When we had mostly finished eating, we were filled out the survey. Rika-chan made her return.
Oh, お疲れ。守備は上々か？ずいぶん遅かったな。
You took a while.
ごめんなさいな。帰りに迷子になってしまって大変だった。リカちゃんは変な道を通ることが多いからね。よく迷子になるんだよ。
How did she get lost just guiding people to the nearby toilet?
人間大 誰にも得て増えてがありましたよ。
Everyone has their strengths and
理科には
weaknesses.
そんなの負けないような長所がたくさんありますわ。
それもそうだな。さっきの女子トイレのあの表情、役者だったな。
You're quite the
あの時の圭一
thespian.
はひどいのです。自分が彼らの立場だったら僕を弾き飛ばして女子トイレに飛び込むとか考えていたのです。
What the fuck? How does she know that?
また俺
Nani?
考えが顔に出てたのか。
圭一くん、
You pervert.
エッチなんだ。
You're worse than those
い
guys.
や、そら
You're worse than the perverts. I could laugh about it then, but a few days later, a newspaper headline read, 10 unidentified men were taken into custody in Hindayama. The men claimed they had traveled from Shishobone City by foot to find a toilet, but the spot they were taken into custody was excess kilometers away from Shishibone. When I read the article, I realized how terrifying Rika-chan was. Holy shit, they actually got arrested.
ごちちゃんは呼んでもらえて
Well,
嬉
thanks
し
for
かった
treating
の
me.
です。
I'm happy you could call me here today. Yay!
あら、文句ありますの？もうちょっとゆっくりして。タンスのお片付けの途中だったのですよ。あのままではお布団が敷けないのです。ああ、それもそうですわね。
Oops, looks like I called her at a bad time.
うん。レナが電話した時はお部屋の片付け中だったんだよ。でも駆けつけてくれたんだよね。まあ、非常時だから仕方ありませんわ。それに甘いものをいっぱいいっぱい食べさせてもらいましたですから。
Yeah, you got to eat a lot of
今
sweets.
日はありがとな。急に呼び出しちゃっ
Arigato.
て。
シオンによろしくとお伝えなのです。では失礼しますわ。
Those ellipses. I don't know, bro. Those ellipses are like kind of fucking me up. ... Tell Shion I said bye. Fuck you, Rika-chan. Fuck you, Rika. You're sus as fuck, girl. You know something? Let me know.
レ
I'll be
ナさん
taking.
はどうぞごゆっくり。うん、そうするね。じゃあね。
Jane. Rika and Satoko in a good mood. Horsed around with each other as they left. Wow, what a nice day. While Red and I were having a discussion about the desserts we just ate, Shion arrived with some coffee.
あれ、
Oh, that sounds pretty good, actually. Oh,
ちっちゃい二人は帰っちゃいましたか？
hearing them call the little ones was so strange. I advertently burst out laughing.
なんか片付けの途中だったとかで帰っちゃったよ。
Shion brought in the coffee for 4 people. Hey, I'll take 2 cups. I don't mind. I'll just take 2 cups.
先輩に話を聞きました。なんだか私のためにいろいろご迷惑をかけてしまったみたいで。
Nah, it was all good.
全然迷惑じゃないよ。他ならぬしーちゃんのピンチだしね。あ、いいよね、しーちゃんで。みーちゃんとお揃いで可愛いかなって。あ、まあ、どうぞご自由に。
Shion seemed a bit hesitant when Rena started talking to her. Rena's pretty sharp about something, so Shion was probably worried that Rena would find out she was Mion after talking like this. Shion said she'd have work soon and hurried off back to the kitchen, leaving behind coffee for just the 2 of us.
レナにそっけなかった。慣れ慣れしい子だと思われちゃったか。
照れてるだけだよ。
でも本当にそっくりだね。双子ってよりももう一人のみーちゃんみたいな感じ。
外見は似てるけど雰囲気っていうか中身は全然違うだろ。そういう双子も面白いと思うけどな。
で ケイチ君はそう思う？中身もそっくりだと思うよ。
Oh shit, what the fuck? she's just embarrassing. Still, they really do look the same. Instead of twins, it's like there's another Michan. They look the same, but the atmosphere around them, or rather their insides, are completely different. I think those types of twins are pretty interesting though. You think that, Keiichi-kun? Huh. I think they're identical on the inside too. That's interesting. I'm trying to remember. Does Rena call Keiichi Kei-chan all the time? Kei-chan? Or does she say Keiichi? I forgot, because she just said Keiichi-kun. Like right here. It somehow became silent. Rena just started staring at the pattern the milk made on the surface of her coffee without saying the word. For someone like me who could never stop talking, it was rather uncomfortable moment. Rena off-put mannerisms seemed to imply I said something I shouldn't have. The unpleasantness carried on for a while.
今日言ってたろ。ミオンが傷つけられたなんて話。
そんな話したかな。
だからとぼけるなよ。確かに言ったよ。今日の学校からの帰り道で。
Rena answered by laughing while continuing to play dumb, questioning if she said that. As thick-headed as I was, I had a faint realization. Rena wanted to say that I was the one who hurt Mion. But when? Me?
もし仮にそういうそれは俺には悪意はなかったんだよ。
I continued to the conversation, but left out the assumption that I had hurt Mion.
うん。きっとそうだと思う。ケイチ君に悪気はなかったと思うな。
Rena replied, also leaving out the assumption that I hurt Mion. But that just confirmed it. I don't know how it happened, but it seems that I had hurt Mion. And Rena was upset with me due to that fact. I hadn't realized it.
誤解しないでほしいんだけど、別にレナは怒ってるわけじゃないよ。
Seeing right through that, I was thinking. Rena said that she was smiling when more gently than usual. Seeing right through what I was thinking, Rena said that as she smiled even more gentle than usual.
ただその、なんていうのか難しいなって。
俺に落ち度があるなら、はっきりそうだと言ってくれないか。俺は自分でも呆れるほど鈍感なんだ。謝るべきことがあるなら、少しでも早くそれに気づいて謝罪したいと思ってる。
別にケイチ君に落ち度なんかなかったと考えようによっては、ずるいのはみーちゃんの方なのかもしれないし。
Interesting. Okay.
ずるいのが女の子だって居直るのもまたずるい気がするし。
Hold on. Taking the stance that the girl was the one being unfair might be unfair in itself. Okay. So even calling her out that she's being unfair might actually be a little unfair. Like, as just like a statement. Okay. What Rena said was draped in mystery. Unfortunately, I had no idea what she meant. The only thing I got out of it was that I had said or done something to inadvertently hurt Mion. Actually, hold on. Let me see. This is a new... Yeah, this is a new... Okay, this is interesting. I actually kind of like all of them. I don't think I prefer one of the sprites over the other. I think they're all pretty good. This one, they all have a sense of like worry to it. Like, you know, just like, I'm a little concerned, you know. Like, I don't know how to feel about this.
頼むよ、レナ。
I'm begging you,
ミオン
Rena.
は俺の最高の仲間の一人だ。遺恨を残してなんか付き合いたくない。だから教えてくれよ。俺は何を傷つけてしまったんだ？
ダメだよ。こういうのは自分で気づかなきゃ。
Rena was smiling like she always did, but spoke bluntly. The fact that she had this strength of will surprised me at the
それに
moment.
気づけないからこうして頼んでるんだろ。
My tone had unintentionally become harsh. Rena was also surprised for a moment, but quickly returned to her flat
じゃあ
demeanor.
ヒントだけならいいかな。特別なんだよ。
すまん。頼む。ちゃんと考えるから。
Rena looked around the restaurant, searching for Shion. Shion was working enthusiastically, but without confidence as usual.
しーちゃん、髪の毛を上げて結んだら、みーちゃんと見分けつかなくなるんだろうね。
うん。
Yeah, that's true.
じゃあさ、みーちゃんが髪をほどいたら、やっぱりしーちゃんと見分けがつかなくなるのかな。
多分な。でも、それとこれと何の関係？
もしもだよ、双子の妹なんて話は嘘で、あれは妹のふりをしてるみーちゃんだったら、どう思う？
Rena was sharp when then her daily behavior belied. I was hesitant in verbally affirming that, but it was the right
質問
answer.
に質問で返すようで悪いけどさ。レナの言う通り、ミオンがシオンのふりをしていたとして、それは何のためだよ。
そこを考えてほしいな。ヒントにしては多すぎかも。は
あ、After thanking me for desserts, Rena stood up from her seat.
ごめんね。頼まれてるお買い物があるから、そろそろ帰るね。しーちゃんには挨拶もせずに先に帰っちゃってごめんって。
ああ、伝えておく。
ごめんね。
Okay. So they're suggesting that it really is just Mion as like as one person, like hiding away. And Keiichi took that and was like, okay, maybe she feels uncomfortable with identifying as Mion in this situation of working in this restaurant doing these things. And Keiichi played along with it. When maybe Rena is implying that in some way Mion wanted Keiichi to say like, hey, why are you pretending to be someone else? If you're doing something, just say that that's you, you know, like that sort of thing. And I think Rena is sort of implying that Keiichi playing along with this sort of fabrication is actually making things worse for Mion. Similar to how Rika-chan was like, well, if Keiichi says that that's Shion, then that's Shion. You know, like, we'll just play along with it. That's what it's implying. Again, I'm pretty sure they are two people because I was spoiled on that in like just knowledge and clips. And, you know, again, I saw the old anime like a long ass time ago. Don't remember, but I do remember there were scenes where both of them were in like a scene together. So that's what I'm going off of for my memory of like they're two people. So again, I am spoiled on that fact. So if that is a fact, I'm pretty sure the game at this point is trying its hardest to make it seem like they are the same person and Keiichi is just sort of like playing along with it while still sort of making it seem like maybe there's like a hint of like they are two people, but kind of like right now it's really going into the fact they are like different people. What I think might be happening, okay, let me take out my headphones for a second. What I think might be happening is that Shion is a different person and the way she acts is the way Mion currently is portraying her. That is the way Shion is acting. But right now, Mion is sort of playing her right now, playing Shion right now. Like she adopting all of those mannerisms of the way Shion acts, and Mion is doing that overtly trying to be her for some reason. I don't know, you know, just pass as her in these situations, whereas maybe like Shion might actually show up in a later chapter and Keiichi would try to interact with her the way he's been interacting with this Shion, but that Shion wouldn't have the memory because she wouldn't know who Keiichi was, because that was Mion acting as Shion basically. That's what I think. And I think that's why Rena was like, it's a little unfair of her. Like Rena said, this is Mion's fault on why she is feeling bad, essentially. But it's also a little unfair for her to just put all the blame on her, essentially. That's what I think would work. It's like right now, there is Mion and Shion. They are two different people. But right now, Mion is just acting the way Shion would act. That's what I think, at least.
What?
レナって怒りんぼなの。怒ってごめんね。 圭一くんだけが悪いわけでもないのに。
I really like this old one. The old sprite is probably the best one here. Oh my god, what the hell is that noise outside? Holy shit. This one's okay. It's not that bad, but I really like this one. There's that little worried look on it is really nice. Okay, at least she understands that Keiichi is just not like this is my problem with not problem in terms of like it's bad writing or anything like that, but it's just like a fault of the characters is that they all assume that someone has to figure it out. You know, like you have to figure it out in order to make things right, when in reality that's not how that works. Like you can't expect people to understand you 100% because no one's ever gonna really do that. You're gonna have to put in the effort and and open yourself up, which is also hard. Like that's not easy. That's very hard. But having that expectation on someone and telling them that you have to figure it out, you have to figure this out, that is putting an unnecessary amount of pressure on someone. Like it has to be a give and take. You have to put in the effort to understand someone, and you have to be brave enough to open yourself up to other people to let them in. Like there's a two-sided point to this. It's not just a one-sided thing. And in some ways, Rena kind of understands it here. Like Rena's like, I'm sorry for being like kind of like, you know, tempered, you know, like a little petty about this and making you feel bad, because you're not completely at fault here. Like it's not entirely your fault, and in a lot of ways we can't blame you for it being your fault, even though we do think you should probably understand this. You know, it is a little unfair on Keiichi's part. I do believe that. Rena was harsh in her apology, but I was the only one who really should be apologizing.
みーちゃんだってもうそんなに気にしてないことだと思うの。だからなかったことにして忘れちゃってもいいと思うんだけど、でもね、同じ女の子としては圭一くんに自分で気づいて自分で謝りに来てほしいなって。
Switching to cube mode, only at the end, she disappeared in the direction of the register. While I was staring into space, someone suddenly tapped me on the shoulder.
お待たせしました。やっと終わりました。
It was Shion, who had changed into her street clothes. Yeah, I think I mentioned I do like this outfit more than this outfit. This outfit is cute, but I don't know. I don't know. I just think it looks that nice. This one looks very casual, like country girl casual.
今日は本当にありがとう。
Oh wait, did I miss something? She flashed a smile while greeting me. Okay. Thank you for today. Arigato. The food was good.
みんなも喜んでたよ。
いえいえ、そんな。でも喜んでもらえて嬉しかったです。あれ？さっきの女の人も帰っちゃったんですか？
The girl now was just left this.
先に帰って申し訳ないって伝えておいてくれって。
Yeah, everyone's just like not wanting to talk to Shion. That's so interesting. Everyone's just like, yeah, I'd rather just leave now.
そうですか。じゃあ私たちも表に、たとえオフでもバイト先は緊張しちゃいますから。
We ended up strolling without a destination in particular. I had been sitting the entire time, so I needed a breath of fresh air. When we left, the sky had already become draped in a veil of darkness.
なんだか暗くなってきちゃいま。もっと
Gotten
早
dark
めに
already.
終
I
わ
don't know,
ら
looks
せて
pretty
もらえ
bright
る
to
約
me.
束だったのに。
It just looks a little dimmed. Shion seemed upset that there weren't much time left.
でもいいかな。ちょっとでもこうしてのんびりお話できる時間が取れたから。
Saying that, Shion set out for a tree-lined boulevard behind the station. The front of the station was slowly becoming crowded with businessmen heading home.
さて、自己紹介からしようかな。初対面はいきなりお姉と間違えられるという衝撃的な出会いだけで、互いに挨拶もしてないですからね。
I could only smile and laugh wearily.
私、園崎しおんと申します。お姉と似てるのは外見だけなんです。お姉は大雑把で暑苦しい人なんだけど、私は几帳面だけど涼しい人なんです。
I remember when Ren and I had been talking about earlier. I said that they looked the same, but their personalities were different. Well, Rena said they were both the same. I don't know what tipped her off, but Rena figured out that Shion was Mion. Also related to that, she said that I hurt Mion. Rena gave me the only hint. That was, why is Mion pretending to be Shion?
シオンは俺のことミオンからなんて聞いてるんだ？
お姉は
Is he
ケイちゃん
gonna
のこと
confront her right now?
お気に
Is he
入りみ
gonna
たいで
ask
す
her,
か？
hey, why are you pretending?
饒舌にいろいろと喋ってくれますよ。
I really like this song, by the way. I think I mentioned this before. This song is really pretty.
部活の話とか、やられたとかやり返したとか、そんな男の子みたい。本当に仲がいいんですね。
Boyish kinds of stories, huh? Come to think of it, I think there was something Shion told me before. Kei-chan, you don't think of my sister as a girl, do you? Was that what happened that hurt Mion? Mion herself said that she wished she'd been born a boy, and that being a girl didn't suit her. She said a lot of things to that effect, didn't she?
ケイちゃん、さっきからなんだか楽しくなさそう。
いや、そんなことないよ。
No, that's not true.
隠し事が下手なくせに嘘つこうとするんですよね。だから憎めないんですけど。
Ooh, that's a line. Even though you're bad at hiding things, you sure like to lie, don't you? Still, I don't hate you for it. Saying that, she slightly chopped my forehead. Even though Shion was enjoying herself, I still trying to figure out how I had hurt Mion. I was having a hard time figuring out the riddle that Rena left me with.
ほら、あれ、綺麗だと思いません？男の子でも綺麗に感じます？
へえ、綺麗だな。
Shion was having fun window shopping, dragging me by all sorts of stores would normally never enter. All sorts of stores I wasn't, or I would normally never enter. It wasn't like she was begging me to buy her anything. I was just getting bored. I wasn't getting bored either. It was just something to talk about as we walked around. It was an easygoing way. We browsed through numerous stores. We discussed all sorts of topics I never knew about, but I didn't lose interest. I had a feeling she was good at conversation.
ケイちゃんってこういうの初めてですか？
ああ、初めてだよ。こんな小物のお店なんかこうして連れてきてもらわなかったら一生入らなかったな。
そういうのじゃなくて、こういう感じの。
I meant more like this. Blah! I leaped back when Shion suddenly linked her arm with mine.
そんなに驚かなくてもいいじゃないですか。
Whoa. Okay, oh.
女の子と腕を組むくらい。
It's not so embarrassing to
そんなに
link
恥ずか
arms
しいこ
with
と
a
な
girl,
んで
is
す
it?
か？
Shion's expression was a little bit miffed, but suggesting at the same time.
別に恥ずかしくなんかねえよ。腕が欲しけりゃ1本でも2本でもくれてやるよ。
I could spare one or two here. Oh my god! Yo, I was like this whole time I was like, yo, this is a really sweet and tender moment. It's pretty romantic and cute, you know, like in like a young romance sort of way. and then I flipped through the sprites. This one, like, she's kind of teasy, she's kind of cheerfully teasy. She's like teasy and like being cutesy and stuff. And then this oh, every time I'm like, you know what, maybe these Steam sprites aren't that bad. And then I see this shit. What the fuck is this? Oh my god. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. I'm not that embarrassed. Oh my god.
ケイちゃんって本当に退屈しない人ですね。
You really had to entertain someone.
お姉のお気に入りってのもよくわかります。
いらねえなら引っ込めるぞ、腕。
I'm taking my arm back.
そんな。喜んで拝借いたしますわ。
Laughing in good spirits, she unlocked arms with mine. My heart skipped a beat.
反応を楽しみたいんで意地悪に質問しますけど、ケイちゃん、女の子と腕組んだことあります？
Oof, yo, she is teasing the fuck out of this boy.
林間学校のキャンプファイヤーでってのはなしでです。
That little devil! She was asking the questions knowing full well that would answer what the answer would be.
林間学校を封じられると辛いな。
This is rough. Oh, this is rough, buddy.
そうだと思いました。
そのいたずらっぽい笑い方。
The impish
本
laugh.
当にミオンと同じだな。お前、本当にシオンなんだろ。ミオンがシオンだって嘘をついてるんじゃないのか？
お姉がシオンのふりをしてるかもしれないって思ってます？
さっきまでは双子だと思ってたが、悪ふざけの仕方がミオンとそっくりすぎるからな。
The way you mess around is just like
口で
Mia.
はそんなこと言ってますけど、ケイちゃんはちゃんと私とお姉を
区別ってなんだよ。
お姉がこうやって腕を取ってきたら、ケイちゃんドキドキしますか？
Would you get nervous? Wow, she's just straight up asking. Would you? Damn, is it really just she's just that insecure about being herself around Keiichi? Or maybe not herself, but it's one of those things where like maybe she feels like she kind of ruined the chance of moving ahead in like a relationship with Keiichi by being like who she is. Like who she is isn't attractive enough or feminine enough that she adopts the Shion to try to be close to Keiichi. If my sister was holding your arms like this, would you get nervous?
する。
I would. Oh wow.
関節技でもかけられるんじゃないかと思ってビクビクする。
Oh fuck, he ruined it. I would be completely on edge worrying about what she'd go for an arm lock. Shion laughed so hard that she had to hold on her sides.
おいおい、そんなにおかしいことかよ。肩腹押さえて涙溜めるくらいに。
Ooh, you're tearing up.
お姉ってしょうがないなって思ったんです。
Ooh, wait, hold on, stop. If it actually is just Mion pretending to be Shion, this is really sad. This is actually like really sad. It's like, damn, she's hopeless, right? She can't do anything, right? Like, damn, bro. Like this would actually be really sad if this was actually just Mion.
年頃の男の子と腕を組んで心臓を高鳴らすこともできないなんて。
Oof, dude, wait, hold on a minute. This is actually like completely different now.
本当に女の子失格ですよね。
Oh my god. I remembered once again that I've heard someone say that before.
お姉は男の子に生まれた方が良かったんじゃないかなって思うことありますよ。そしたら私も惚れてるかもな。なんちゃって。
ミオンも男の子に生まれたかったなんて言ってたな。
お姉は女の子がしたいのか男の子がしたいのか中途半端なんですよね。
Damn, I didn't think there'd be some like sort of like, I don't know how far they're gonna go into with the like sort of gender identity topic, but I didn't think it would bring something like that up here. This is like really interesting. Like, cause I just didn't expect it. Like, and I like, again, I don't know how far they're gonna take this with Mion's like sort of like crisis in her gender identity, like trying to understand her gender. Because this is the second time they mentioned it, and I don't know. I hope they go more into it because this is actually really interesting.
まあ不吉祥な生き方のツケですからね。
It's the price she pays for living an awkward lifestyle. Dude, these lines are really like sharp. They're like glass, dude. They're cutting deep. Like holy shit. Because again, if this is Mion saying this, like this is like some genuinely like very sad, like very self-deprecating stuff.
放っておいてあげてください。
Just leave her be. Just leave
さ
her
っきか
be.
ら実の姉に
Yeah.
随分な言い方だな。
私ミオンのどことなく甘えたところ好きじゃないんです。
The way Shion talked somehow sounded
シオン
cold.
ってミオンとあんまり仲良くないのか。
まあそこそこは仲良くやってます。でも姉妹として許せないなってところはいろいろあ あれ見てください。可愛いと思いません？
I turned around to look where Shion was pointing, and that's where it was the familiar display window of a toy shop. The same shop that we staged that was the stage for the incident that occurred during last Sunday's club activities. What Shion was pointing at was a display with a plethora of adorable dolls that looked like the sort girls would like.
女の子ってどうしてこういうのが好きなのかな。
だって可愛いじゃないですか。
Because they're cute.
ケイちゃんは可愛いって思いませんか？
俺は男だから特にそういうのは感じないよ。
I'm a man, so I don't really get the vibe.
まあまあ、ケイちゃんはこの中で一番可愛いのはどれだと思います？
Shion pulled my arm, mentioned to the row of dolls. They were lined up like that, like they were close sisters taking a commemorative photo. A few of them seemed strangely familiar.
こっち側に並んでる4つは見覚
I've
えが
seen
ある。
those four.
やっぱり有名なんですね。ケイちゃんでも知ってるくらいだから。
If even you know them. Shion sounded impressed.
最近イギリスから入ってきたばかりの新作なんですよ。この辺ではまだ売ってますけど、都市部の方じゃ品切れ状態で安さがポイントのはずなのに変に高騰しちゃってるそうですよ。
You know, they're supposed to be inexpensive. It seems they're starting to get cut at a premium. What, La Boo Boo? We got La Boo Boos in Higurashi? Alright.
女の子っていい年になってもこういうのが好きなんだな。
人にもよるでしょうけど、人形とかぬいぐるみとかを嫌いな女の子ってそんなにいないと思いますよ。
Are few and far
あの
between.
男女のお姉ですら可愛いって言ってましたから。
へえ、ミオンも可愛いって言うのか。そりゃすごいことだな。
I remember this. That's right, I remember. The store owner gave this one to us after Sunday's event. Except for Mion, who was a relative. Everyone that had gotten something.
やっぱりあれが一番ですよね。ドレスのふわふわな感じが本当に。
それだ。この店のマスターに俺がもらったやつだ。
らしいですね。
Oh my god, wait a minute. Is she... Keiichi must be really dense, holy shit. Give her the fucking stuffed animal, you idiot.
吉郎おじさんが日曜日のイベントを盛り上げてくれたお礼にって。
Okay, hold on. She's straight up saying that she's a
お姉
Mion.
が連れてきた友達4人に配ったんだそうです。ドレスの人形はどうでしたか？とっても可愛かったでしょ？
As a man, there was no way I could think it was
じゃあ
was
その
cute.
人形
Oh, come on, bro.
どうしちゃったんですか？
持っててもしょうがないからあげちゃったよ。
Oh, sorry. I was actually getting really into this, so I just was reading it in my head. As Shion laughed, I could hear an audio click run through my head, like the piece of a jigsaw puzzle snapped into pieces.
今日はみんな本当におかげでイベントは大盛り上がりだった
Was
よ。
this? I guess it was so long I don't remember. Was this part of the
大したもの
chapter?
じ
Is
ゃない
this
け
an
ど、
additive
これ
like
今日
thing?
のおだちんに。
吉郎おじさん、私にはないの？おだちん。可愛いのが出てきましたわよ。
Satoko and Rika-chan opened up the bag. There was a cute stuffed animal inside.
これ可愛い。
They're so
お持ち帰り
cute.
していいの？本当に？
ってことは俺のもかな。なんだかやたら可愛いのが出てきたぞ。
I got a pretty adorable one. It was a stuffed toy wearing a beautiful dress, one you'd use to play house. Rena's eyes glued on the stuffed doll. Satoko was the same, and Rika-chan too. Did he give it to Rena? I see. It wasn't just Rena, Satoko, and Rika-chan. There was one other person who seemed jealous.
ケイちゃんには一番似合わないのが出てきちゃったね。
Not wanting her expression to give away, she had sets that to hide her
なんつ
embarrassment.
うのか、プリティっていうかキュートっていうか、可愛いのは認めるんだが、 着せ替え人形はちょっとな。
ケイちゃんが持ってたら確実に明日からあれな趣味の人扱いだね。
Mion seemed tense. Used teasing. Mion's usual teasing way of talking. With a gun. I looked around to see who I should give the doll to. Mion was right in front of me. Mion was the only one who hadn't received a present, so I thought about giving it to her, but I didn't. Did she give it to Rena? Turning away from Mion Kavosha's gaze, I gave the doll to Rena. Mion smiled bore into my back. There was no way I could have noticed. Why did I not give it to Mion? Since Mion was the only one who didn't get anything, wouldn't it have just been standard practice to give it to her? At the time, I had noticed that something was wrong. That's why I said it.
保身のためだよ。レナにあげないと夜道が怖い。
Okay, I do remember that line. I actually do remember that line.
違いない。
ミオンにあげようかと思ったけど、ちょっと違うよな。
Oof. Okay, yeah. Something dark flickered briefly in Mion's eyes, but at the time I didn't notice it. I had thought to giving it to Neon. Why didn't I?
へへへへ、わかってるじゃない。私さ、どうして男に生まれなかったのかなって思う時あるよ。
Mion herself had said that with a laugh, so I didn't realize I had hurt her. Okay. Maybe it wasn't necessarily her gender identity, it was just a reflection of just like, I guess that is a part of the gender identity of like, I don't feel comfortable in my gender, I might as well be the opposing gender sort of thing. Like that is a thing that people go through. That is a thing that people have to like wonder about because their idea of what being a girl or being a guy like means is like very stringent and very like binary. That is like, it's hard for them to accept themselves as a gender while not appealing to that gender role. So it's like, it's better if I just am the other gender, you know, opposed to understanding that, you know, gender is not a binary like that. You could be a girl and be more boyish, and you could be a guy and be more feminine and stuff. It's not a big deal, but obviously that's just not the world we live in. So people unfortunately have to deal a lot with this stuff like that. So that's very interesting. This is a very interesting aspect of Mion's character I didn't think we'd actually like explore. Mion herself had said that with a laugh, so I didn't realize that I had hurt her.
そうだな。ミオンってかっこいい系の方が似合うやつだ。だからこの店の手伝いはシオンちゃんが来て正解だったと思うぜ。
Huh? Shion asked, probably thinking she misheard me.
その制服、ミオンなんかには絶対に似合わないと思うけど、シオンちゃんにはよく似合ってると思うしさ。
Think it would work on Shion.
それって、
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on, give me a second. Alright, this is a very important moment, very important thing, but I have to go do something real quick, so I'm gonna put you guys on wait. If anyone's watching this afterwards, just feel free to skip to the point where I come back. So yeah, I'll be right back real quick. Alright, I'm back. I'm back. Oh god. Turn off this music. Alright. Let me see. Turn on the game audio again. Hold on a second. Okay. Let me put the game back on here. Okay. Yeah, so hopefully you guys skipped all that waiting. Sorry. Someone called me. Had to quickly run outside and do something real quick. Yeah, but anyway, we're back. This is probably where the meat of Higurashi is. Like, this is the stuff that I really enjoy. This is the turning point of these games that I really enjoy. Is not that to say that the slice of life isn't good or isn't like fun, but at the end of the day, this type of writing is what I'm very interested in when it comes to like the Higurashi series. There's very interesting introspective look at the characters, and I'm glad we're doing it on Mion, because Mion is probably my favorite character. I'm not even gonna lie, I really love that character. So getting to know more about her and, you know, the subject matter of her story is very interesting to me. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we're almost done with this chapter, so guess might as well not wait. Let's just let's finish this off, shall we? All right. Doesn't suit you. He was talking about how the uniform does not suit. Just basically giving examples of the many times that Keiichi inadvertently sort of not made fun, but demeaned. Maybe not even demeaned, but just what's the word I'm looking for? There's a word. There's a word that perfectly. Sorry, adjusting myself. Perfectly describes what Keiichi is doing right now, where he is essentially like dismissing Mion's femininity. Her femininity and in the aspects that probably in some ways she probably does want to express the more feminine side of herself, but she might feel that Keiichi might not accept that part about her, because Keiichi now has a sort of idea of who she is, that maybe showing those other aspects of herself would just maybe in her mind would ruin like the type of friendship that she probably cherishes a lot. And you know, and if this is Mion, oh my god, shut up. Why is there, bro, why do you need a bass in your car, bro? Shut up. And if this is Mion like pretending to be Shion, then essentially this is all the many examples of Keiichi sort of reaffirming the sort of like anxiety she has about her own feminine side. Shion, like Rena, often does space out and turn bright red. Mion seemed really happy. She seemed happy that I complimented Shion, saying that it didn't suit Mion, but that it suited Shion. Saying that it suited her seemed to make her happy.
性格は違うけど、外見は瓜二つなんだ。
そうそう。
That's
外
right.
見は似てるけど中身は大違いなんだよ。私は優しくて思慮深いけど、シオンは冷めてておっかない性格なんだよね。
多分生まれた時にミオンの女の子らしい部分は全部
Got all
シオン
the
に行っちゃったん
feminine
だと思う。
aspects like this whole time. Yeah, like I had a feeling, like I had some sort of feeling that like maybe I even said this back when this, I remember this part. Maybe I said something around this part where like Keiichi is really just dismissing her femininity. Yeah, like look at this one. Like the Rena is particular. You guys can't see my mouse, but like the Rena sprite on like the Steam version, it just really does not convey what she's supposed to be feeling right now.
ミオンと違って実にはにかんだ笑顔の似合う
She's a cute,
可
cheerful
愛い
girl.
女の子なんだ。
Mion made a strange face that was both angry and happy at the same time. It seemed that she was happy that I said Shion was cute. Yeah, I do remember this. Sneaking a look inside the box to say that she just put some of the leftovers inside would have been a lie. There was an elegant meal suited inside.
これタバスコとかがいっぱい入ってるとかそういう冗談。
もうお姉じゃないんですから。私そんなこと別に嫌なら無理しなくても帰って自分で食べちゃいますから。
I'm not my sister. That's how she said it. Shion was insistent that she wasn't Mion. She was saying that she was Shion and that I shouldn't think of her as Mion. When Mion was Shion, it carried a special meaning.
みーちゃんって不思議でしょ。女の子なんだけど男の子みたいっていうか。でもね、
That's what Rena said.
そんなみーちゃんも本当はすっごく
レナ、お前ミオンにいくらもらったんだよ。
How much is
違う
me?
の。
How much does she pay you? That's funny.
もうちゃんとした話をしてるんだよ。
Rena began to pout. Now probably wasn't the right time to
み
joke
ーちゃん
around.
は部活の部長さんだからみんなのリーダーとして本当はとっても可愛い女の子。それ特に圭一くんには忘れてほしくないの。
Okay, yeah, it is coming back to me. She did say that. I don't want you to forget that. There was never a riddle to begin with. Rena was saying the answer right from the beginning.
それでもう私何が何だか
Whoa, who
わ
is
からなく
this?
なっちゃって。ケイちゃんに悪気がなかったのは分かってるつもり。ケイチくんは人を傷つけるような人じゃないよ。だからみーちゃんが痛みを覚える必要なんか全然ないんだよ。
Sorry, I have my little sprite there, but like my little PNG. But my mouth is like a gape. I'm like super riveted by this right now.
じゃあなんだ、悔しいのかそれとも悲しいのか。欲しかったあのお人形。レナがもらったのをあげても何にも解決にならないもんね。そうだね。じゃあみーちゃん、ケイチくんに正面からぶつかってみた方が結構解決できるかもしれん。そんなのできるわ。今さら恥ずかしくてできない？ミオンじゃない私で。もうそうしたら今度はもっと素直になりたい。
This time I can be more honest with myself.
ミオンとしてのケイちゃんとの関係はとても気に入ってわがままだと知ってるけど、もう一回きっと気づいてくれるよ。レナも応援するから。みーちゃんの悲しみが軽くなる。私をみーちゃんを泣かせたりなんか絶対にさせないから。信じる。きっとケイチくんはみーちゃんのこともそれでね、無神経なことを言ってごめんねって言ってあのお店にみーちゃんを連れて行ってあのお人形をプレゼントしてくれるの。
Oh wow, they really... Yeah, I think this might be a little too much to expect for some kid, you know? Like at the end of the day, Keiichi is just a teenager. He has to learn how to pick up on these like social cues and, you know, like these ideas that you have to, but like to expect him to not only put two and two together, but also like to go like, oh, I'll buy you the present, even though the present just seems so insignificant. Like maybe that was like a breaking point to like the constant like lack of femininity that Mion is feeling. But that might have been like a breaking point. And the doll, like I don't think the doll actually matters, you know, like the doll doesn't really matter. She doesn't actually care if she has it. It's the intent behind Keiichi not giving her the doll and the sort of like the intent of him giving her the doll. Like, you know, you are a girl, I'll give you this doll because you are a girl and you like cute things and you know you're feminine. Yeah, this plan is fucking messy, bro. Like this is a messy plan. Don't get me, like, again, this is not me like saying like, oh, the writing's bad, this is stupid. No, this is me looking at these characters as what they are, and they're, you know, they're kids. They're all like teenagers, like 14, 15. I think that's how old they are. And I'm like, this is a bad plan. This is a mess of a plan. But it makes sense why you would come up with this.
そうしたらみーちゃんもありがとうって言うんだよ。茶化しちゃダメだよ。素直に言うんだからね。
Wow, the voice actress is really killing it right now.
欲しいなって言ったら、ケイちゃん、買ってくれます？
Mion said it quietly, doing her best to quell her embarrassment. I would have reflectively began to lightly tease her to hide my embarrassment. But like Mion, I quelled that impulse.
いいよ、ミオン。今日までのお礼ってことで、どれでも買ってやるよ。
Her voice cracked with an unfamiliar words. In order to not lose to Mion trying her best, I tried my best as well.
だから私、ミオンじゃなくてシオン。
じゃあ、シオン。シオンに買ってやるよ。
本当にいいんですか？
Oh my god, this is interesting. Holy shit.
あのドレスのだけはちょっぴり高いんですよ。
値段の問題じゃないだろう。気持ちの問題だよ。
私、今日はケイちゃんに嫌なお客さんから助けてもらえて、先輩たちもみんな助けてくれなかったのに、ケイちゃんだけは私の肩をグイって引っ張ってくれましたよね。
Wow.
あの時すごくかっこよかったです。
Oh
な
my
のに
god.
私恥ずかしくってちゃんとしたお礼もできなくって。
Wait, hold on. This is really cute. This is a really cute moment. Like, holy shit. This is a really cute moment. I clapped my hands down on Shion's head and ruffled her hair, and roughly, like how I would with Rena and the others. When I did, Shion, like Rena, would have spaced out and blushed
そんな
slightly.
難しいのは抜きでいいよ。あの時、あげてればよかったんだ。そうすれば、みんな楽しく笑ってられたんだ。
She turned bright red, like she was trying to hold back both laughter and
今買って
tears.
くれよ。そこで待ってろよ。
私も一緒に行きます。
Saying that, she grabbed onto my arms once again. Oh my god. Dude, this girl's in love with this kid. She's in love. She just cannot say it. She wasn't trying to be stoic anymore.
お姉がどうしてケイちゃんのことを好きなのか。ねえ、ケイちゃんのことちょっぴり好きになってもいいですか？
The unfamiliar situation made my head start to spin. Whoa, what am I doing? I had reached my limits. Swirling wearily to hide my embarrassment, I dragged Shion into the store with me. Wait, did he not reply to her for that?
すみません。表のショーウィンドウにあるドレスの人形が欲しいんですけど。
After a moment, I heard a voice acknowledge, and an apron-clad employee soon appeared.
ケイちゃん？
What? I fucking knew it! I fucking knew it!
それに、なんであんたがここにいるの？バイト中のお姉には関係ありません。私、ケイちゃんとデート中なんですから。
See, this is the shit I fucking realized. Even if you asked why, I'd like to know the answer myself. Mia looked at me with an expression of confusion and surprise, but that was the same with me. If she was there, then who was next to me?
最初からそうだって言ってますよ。
I said it right from the
園
beginning.
崎シオンです。
I'm Shion
お姉の
Sonosaki.
双子の妹ですよ。ケイちゃんだって私のことをシオンって呼んでたじゃないですか。
Shion saying that proudly cutely.
どういうことなの？説明してよ、シオン。
Oh wait, new sprite. What's going on? Tell me, Shion. Damn! Holy crap, she's angry. Whoa! Okay, whoa, yeah. This time, this one is actually not as exaggerated. I'm kind of going off the original sprites to see if like the other ones like kind of represented really well. And damn, she is mad. Holy shit.
別に
Not much.
お姉がご就寝のケイちゃんってどんな人なのかなって思って。
Whoa!
デザートフェスタのチケットを都合してあげて。そしたらケイちゃん、私が嫌なお客さんに絡まれているところにさっそうと現れて、バッタバッタとなぎ倒して私を助けてくれて。
This is funny. What the fuck? Both Mion and I raised our voices past telepathically expressing our confusion to the
ミオン
utmost.
が電話をくれたろ昨日さ。
しないよ私。何のことか全然わかんない。私、ケイちゃんのためにあれは私だもんね。それともあれ、園崎ミオンともあろうお方が手作り弁当を作って男の子の家に海外しく届けに行ったと？へえ、お姉って見かけによらず大胆。
With a loud pop, a trail of smoke began rise from Mion's
いや
head.
いや、知らない知らない。ほらね、ケイちゃん。
See, Kei-chan?
お姉は知らないって。だから昨日までのは全部私、園崎しおんなの。私のふりをしたお姉かもしれないって思ってたかもしれないけど、これで疑いは晴れたでしょ？
Whew, okay. This is interesting. I'm really invested. I really want to know what the fuck is happening. I couldn't tell up from down at this moment. If there was a mirror around, I could have seen my eyes go wide from the shock.
さあ、店員さん。表のショーケースの人形、大好きになった人からの初めてのプレゼントだから、ちゃんとリボン付きで梱包してほしいです。
Yo, this girl! Oh my god, this girl is so spiteful. Holy shit. What happened? What happened between these two? Mion, completely flustered, was being concerned by a sly-faced Shion. My brain had stopped working.
そんな、ケイちゃん。
Oh god, that hurt me, bro. Damn, I feel hurt. I was like, oh my god.
何がどうなって。
Damn. Ooh, wait. It's really starting to hit me how fucking like how messed up this is. Like the boy you like who you're too embarrassed, like your sister's just like, yeah, I like him too. Yeah, he's all mine, bitch. Like fucking get your own. Like, oh my god.
じゃあ行こう。ケイちゃん、もう暗くなってきたから、お家まで。おね、悪いけど沖宮の家に電話して車を回すように言ってもらえる？自転車も積めるようにワゴンか何かで来てほしいって伝えてね。
In contrast to Shion, who had glee written all over her face, Mion was an empty shell and looked like she could burst into tears at any moment.
ケイちゃん。
Oh my god, bro. What the fuck? After that, Mion's grumbling were unrelenting. Holy shit. Is that the end? Oh my god, bro. That is crazy. Oh my god, I really want to read more. Is this the end of the chapter? I'm assuming. They usually have two just breaks. Well, one break and then like the second. Yeah, okay. It hasn't been long enough. Oh damn, I really want to keep reading. But that's definitely going to be it for right now. I'm going to read the tip. And then we're going to like... I'm going to call it a day. I'm probably going to stream maybe tomorrow, honestly, because this is getting really interesting. Alright, let's check this out real quick.
だから初めましてじゃないですって。昨日まで毎日。
もういい。お前がそうだって言うならそういうことでいい。
Someone from Shion's house came in to get me in the station wagon. I had intently refused, but Shion insisted, and so both my bicycle and I ended up stuffed in the car. Said car was currently driving across the single bumpy road leading to Hinamizawa. For goodness sake, Shion was at Mion's level at least, or maybe even a better actor. Either way, no matter what question I pressed her with, she'd slip out of them like an eel. Still,
無理だな。ミオンみたいに髪を後ろで結んだら、やっぱりミオンそっ。
さあ、試せばそうなるんじゃないですか。私たち筋金入りの一卵性ですか。昔は服を取り替えっこしただけで誰も見破れなかったもの。お姉と一緒に断る。
I think that is what's happening. I think there's some moments where it is Mion and some moments where it is Shion. I know the Higurashi games are structured in like the question and answer, so maybe in the answers we're gonna get like which Mion, which one was Shion. We're probably gonna get it there, so it's gonna be a long wait. It's gonna be a long wait, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be worth it. The middle-aged driver wearing a black suit heavily heaved a heavy sigh like he were a butler. Pretty deep sigh. You could see many years of hardship on the man's face through the rearview mirror.
それより、ケイちゃんの家ってこっちでいいんですか？葛西は園崎本家の道以外は任せておくと矢後内あたりまで走ってっちゃいますよ。
そりゃ困る。すみません。次の右にそこまでで結構です。
You stopped the car at the desired place. The driver Kesai got my bike out of the trunk for me.
どうもすみません。今日は送ってもらってありが。
Oh, he's got a Sprite. Was it K-san? Your name, that is? Damn! Oh my god. Look at this one. It's funny. Damn. Your name is...
あ、はい。
いろいろと災難はあると思いますが、そのうち飽きると思いますので、どうかそれまでご辛抱ください。
Oh, wow. Okay. She will grow tired soon, so please endure things until then. So it's her playing around just a thing she does, and she just like, yeah, I'll just play around with you until I'm bored and I'll just walk away. Gave me a deep look of sympathy. This guy had definitely been dealing with the Sonosaki sisters ever since they were little kids.
ですが、ミオンさんと同じで、根は優しい方なんですよ。
それはつまり、ミオン並みに迷惑をかけるやつだということですか。
A man's face froze in a smile with a reply lost. He backed me up here.
じゃあね、ケイちゃん。また会いましょうね。お姉にもよろしくお伝えください。私も明日からひなみ沢の学校に通う。
絶対に来るな。
Don't you dare. You transfer in, I'll transfer out to a school in Okoninamaya.
それはすごくひどいことですよ、ケイちゃん。
A short beep of the horn. The man gave me a wave to me. The man gave a little wave to me from the driver's seat. Then the car withdrew into the dark road, leaving dust in its wake. Man, the entire day made no sense. I ran into Mion while I was with Shion. The former's expressions, like a pigeon shot with a pellet gun, had finally begun to make a strong impression on me. Oh my god, man, this whole arc, this whole section was actually insane. Like I'm really excited to read more. I'm really excited to read more of this story. Okay, I'm just gonna press continue like I always do. The next day, oh, the music. Okay, oh my god, I really want to read next. This is gonna get fucking juicy. But unfortunately, I am gonna close it for today. Honestly, I think this is getting very interesting. I think I'm just gonna jump right in, like maybe tomorrow if I have time. If not, probably like the day after, depending on what's going on. But damn, this is getting interesting. This is getting really good. I really like this section right here. So far, it's hard to say. I don't know if I like this better than the first part. Maybe a little, honestly. I think I do like this better than the first part. I just find this aspect of the story a little more interesting, I think. Rena's like story was pretty interesting, but I don't think it's like, it didn't really like grip me quite as much. Like, she's definitely strange, like, and what she's doing is very weird, and I want to know what's going on with her. But I just think this sort of idea of like Mion's sort of like position and sort of like confusion with her like gender, with her sister, comparing herself, trying to understand and maybe understand her own feelings and how to express that. That to me is very interesting. I really like that. Very, very cool. So anyway, anyone who watched, thank you for watching. Sorry about the break in the middle. If you want, again, I'll probably just leave some like timestamps so you can just skip it to when I come back and continue reading. But yeah, thank you for watching and see you guys next time. Bye.